What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing out there, man? Yes, what's going on? What's going on? Come on in. Share this right now. We're about to have a good time. This is my podcast show, first ever. Well, not the first one, but this is my first time having a podcast. I'm excited. This podcast is for people that's doing a lot right now. That's doing, staying busy during this quarantine life that we are in. So before I bring my guests in, got a couple things to talk about, But yeah, people that, of course, basketball players, up and coming sports athletes, of course, entrepreneurs. I know there's a lot of people that have different, they got their own businesses. I would love to talk to you guys about your businesses. I would love to talk about just every single thing. Yes, we're gonna talk, y'all. We're gonna talk about every single thing. All right, so it's telling you guys to come on in right now. That's what's up. Before we go live, I'm gonna put this on this live. What's going on, my friend? How you doing, beautiful? Hope all is well. And I'm getting ready for this show today. I'm getting ready for my show today. I'm excited. Waiting for my guest to pop on in. This brother, he's a really good, cool guy. And I'm going to tell you like this, y'all. Guess what? The first episode of my podcast is up right now on my YouTube page. Mario, Mr. Cheesecakes, DJ Big Mac the Boss. On, of course, Facebook, but that is my whole YouTube page. I just noticed I didn't fix my hair. It's all good. I'm not even sweating it, y'all. I'm not sweating it. It's all good. We just here to hang out, chill. Cause right now we can't do nothing. It sucks right now. What's going on, in the world. So, but yeah, what's going on with you, Janae? I see you over there. Over there turning up, always turning up, huh? I see you. I'm not mad at you. But yeah, y'all can definitely check out my first episode right now with my little friend Austin. He's been in a couple commercials. Some of the commercials haven't even came out yet, so that's a big thing for him. And yeah, we're just waiting for our guests to come on in and chime in. And yeah, that's what's going on. All right, for sure. Bet. You need to come on out here and turn up. I don't know. I don't know if we could turn up out here right now. It's still crazy. It's still crazy. But yeah, come on. Share this live, please. If you share this live with your friends. If you know anybody that's entrepreneurs, music artists, producers. Anything that I would like to hear people's stories. I would love to hear people's stories. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, you definitely trying to turn up in California, huh? Yeah, come on here. It's cool. I mean, we just finally opened up some. They opened up the restaurants out here finally. That was cool. I'm happy about that. But yeah, so yeah, y'all, welcome to my podcast, y'all. I'm excited, y'all. I know some very dope people, that's gonna be on my podcast. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about my guest tonight, so I'm waiting for him to pop on in before we get started. Okay, yeah, he's up in here right now, y'all. So for sure. Give me a few seconds, my brother, and I'm going to bring you up in here. All right. All right, for sure. Yeah, y'all. So, yeah, y'all need to, stay tuned. Share this live. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. It's just like, hanging out with the homies, man. It's just, not in person right now. It's not in person. So... yeah, But yeah, y'all, yeah, welcome to the podcast, y'all. Welcome to the podcast. So yeah, let me bring my guest in right now. Please share this live. Share this live. I'm gonna share it real quick while I'm talking to you guys. And I'm gonna bring my guest in real quick, man. Just give me a second, brother. I'm trying to share this live real quick. So yeah, share it to your people. So this is gonna be fun, man. Fun and exciting. I like my new chapter of life right now. I was on the radio. I felt good. So this is like my new lane right now, y'all. This is my new lane, so I'm excited about that. Oh man, Instagram be hating, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I was just trying to I was trying to share it and it failed, man. So whatever, whatever. It's all good. All right, bringing the guests in right now, y'all. 321 Boom Podcast, last interview show. I'm excited. Hope everybody's day is going good, Hope everybody's day is fine because mine's has been sort of mellow. I've been made me a little something to eat earlier today, and then trying to decide if I'm gonna cook anything. So but yeah. Yeah, we're just waiting for the guests to come on in, man. I'm just waiting for the guests to pop on in one time, But yeah, come on here, Janae. It's a cool little spot out here. Cali is nice out here. It's nice. Is it yo? Okay, yeah. So yeah, it didn't the joint. Okay, let me try it again. Try to get you over here, Chris, man. Come on, man. Come on, Instagram, man. Y'all messing my career. There he is. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's good, bro? What's popping, man?
Oh, I'm great, man. I can't complain, dog. I'm just trying to do this new chapter in life now, man, of interviewing
Nice, nice.
people and
Okay,
just talking to the homies, talking out my friends and family, man, about everything that's going on right now, man.
that's what's up, man.
Everybody, welcome 321 Boom here, man. And of course, this is my podcast, 321 Boom. And I definitely, my guest is finally up in here, man.
Yeah, what up,
Chris
what up?
Bird, man. Shout out to you, man, for just
That's
being
good.
on my podcast, man. What's going on,
Yeah,
man?
yeah, definitely. Then when you mentioned it on IG, I was like, yeah, I definitely gotta come through. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
bro. And I know
so
you've been
yeah,
doing a lot, man. And I gotta
right.
like that's why you on my podcast. And I want to hear the things that you've been doing. I've been checking out your page, different
Okay,
times, man. And I'm loving it what you doing, brother. But we gonna like
definitely.
go down the list. I know you're doing a lot, man. The first thing I
Right.
want to start off with, is man, how's everything going during this pandemic, brother?
Oh man, it's been crazy. I can say it's been a roller coaster. There's been some pros and cons, I'll say uh it's made me kind of reevaluate life, your perspective on life, things you kind of take for granted, you know. Now you kind of look at it from a different perspective, seeing all the things that's going on and happening. So yeah, man, it's good. I've had good in spite of all the negative things, I've had good positives from it too. So
Yeah.
so yeah,
That's
um
what's that's that,
yeah.
that's what I like to hear, man. Because I mean, for myself, I still been working. Of course, I know you. I don't know if you've been working from home or not, but I'm
Same here, yeah.
okay. Okay, so yeah, we still been working. So it's like nothing new to us. It's just everything. Only
Right.
thing that's new now is we gotta wash our hands even more now. Now we gotta really
Hmm.
stay away from people. Even though I ain't gonna lie, man, I was thinking about the inauguration
Right,
for Joe Biden and
right.
President Obama. Man, he he was hugging everybody, man, and
Right,
I was
he
like.
was, yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, don't we supposed to be like distancing from each other? Even though I know it's the
Right.
inauguration, everybody they know each other and all that. But I'm like,
Hmm.
and I mean, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I haven't hugged nobody in a minute, dog. It's like,
Right, right.
like
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
something that we take for granted, right?
real
Yeah.
talk, dog. It's just funny, man. Just seeing a president, Obama just hugging everybody, man. Just
Mhm.
I mean, I'm looking like I mean, he knows that it's Corona out here. He knows that.
Right.
And
Right.
they said that Michelle, no, it was the young lady that did the poem. Uh,
Right. Amanda Gordon is, I
yeah,
think, is her
Amanda
name.
Gordon, man, she did a
Uh-huh.
fantastic thing.
Oh
But
yeah, man, she killed it.
man, she did for real. You already know my brother. And so she
Yeah.
said that she was on. They were interviewing her on some show, and she actually they said Michelle kept telling Barack to stop hugging people, like to
Right.
stop hugging. It's the coronavirus,
Hmm.
and so after she told him that. Michelle saw her and was just gave her a big ass hug, like
Right. Right. Right.
like she
Right.
was like, "I'll give my hug right now," and because you've been hugging everybody all day, I mean all morning or
Right.
whatever time it was at the time, and yeah, you was just doing all that, but to me, I miss a hug, brother. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Right.
I miss hugging. I miss all that stuff, dog. Like even though I know people been dating on during the pandemic. And I'm like, I
Right.
sort
Right.
of like told myself to, just, focus on yourself and focus on your work. Women is always
Right.
going to be there. Like, that's one thing about it. When they say, fish in the sea, that's real talk. Women is always going to be everywhere. And that's a good thing. But I know people
Right.
actually out there dating. I'm looking like,
Right. Right.
do I
Right.
want to do that coronavirus date right now? Like, this is
Right. Right.
crazy,
Right. It's a risk. Yeah, but it looks like you got some people clouded. Y'all
Oh,
not talking
okay.
about nothing.
Hey, welcome to 3, 2, 1, boom. My first
Yeah.
podcast. If you want more information about me, after this live with Chris Bird, we're gonna definitely you can go check out this this page. Check out my other pages. Can I cook for you and Make a Music Monday? So definitely, boy.
Nice.
Yeah, we here to talk to my brother Chris Bird, man. Because this man does a lot right. He's doing a lot right now. I'm trying to think. Where do you want to start at, brother? I mean, because you do a lot,
Um,
man.
I mean, yeah, I'll just kind of just pinpoint like the two things I've been working on right now. So like I've been really trying to push the Soul Warriors program that I'm in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's catered to the young men, ages like 5 through 18. So they go through the program and then from there, they become we see them go through transition from being like really young kids, adolescents, to being like teenagers, and
Okay.
then we see them become men. Yeah. So I've been in the program for a while now. It's like now I don't even count the years anymore, but I think it's been about almost 10 years, man.
Nice. That's what's up.
Yeah, I've been in the program and I've seen like like young men in my church, like people who brought their young men through the program. Yeah, they've grown, and it's just like it's been just an honor just to see even their growth, because I knew when I started the program I wanted to really like give back to young men, because I had people in my life who that kind of poured into me when I was young. I had my parents' friends who always kept me accountable and stuff like that. So it's just like it just made sense now that I'm I reached at a point in my life where I have kids and I'm married. It was time for me to start giving back. Yeah. So the program, I'm trying to get more people to know about it, build more awareness about it, because it's like I put posts on social media, but it's just like he said Instagram be hating on you, man. Instagram be hating, man.
I mean, I don't know if it's because we're black. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but
Nah,
man, it's
nah,
like
nah.
every time you try to do something positive, it's
Well,
take it off,
I
and then
think it, I,
they play some negative crap. I mean, what's that about?
right. I think it's really built. It's really built for it's a business at the end of the day. Like if you pay for advertising and all that. It is built for you. The way the platform is built is for you to pay for advertising. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's how Instagram, Facebook, that's how they make their money, is off of advertising. So So there's times when you post something and nobody, like you'll post a picture of, of your, your like authentic picture, the algorithms picks it up and it knows, okay, this is a picture I should show to everybody. But then when you put something that, that has like certain points on your, like it has a date or it has like you're welcome, you know, check this out, then the algorithms will know, okay, well, you know what? This is what I shouldn't show to everybody because I want you to pay so that, so that I could push this. Yeah. So I understand that. I understand. I see that. I could tell. Yeah. There's times when certain posts you post, you get more reactions, you get more feedback, and then there's some you don't get at all. So,
Man,
yeah.
always, brother. And I mean, to me, no, you like what you said, and it's like to me, all you trying to do is just post some good information. Like that's all you trying to do.
Right.
Same thing with myself,
Yeah. And
and and
yeah.
I know it takes a while for
Hmm.
everybody to really jump on board of what you're doing or myself. Like
Right.
it's funny. Like everywhere I go now, I'm still like that. I'm just me. I'm Mario. Like I'm gonna be Mario. Until God
Right.
calls me. And so to
Right. Right.
me,
Right.
I just wish that Instagram could see or not even Instagram, social media in general can see the right information
Hmm.
that need to be on here
Right.
than the wrong stuff because it's easy
Right.
to
Right.
just. I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know if you know this, but Twitter is like the new porn sites now. No, I'm for real, brother. Like
That's great.
it blows my mind. Like that, I mean, not all. Like if you just, I mean, if you following like just random people, that's fine. I mean, if you just following your friends or family, that's fine. But if you just go
Right.
to like a random page, oh yeah, you're gonna see some random crap.
Right. That's true.
And it's like,
Yeah.
well, wait a minute. I thought this was supposed to be, friendly for everybody.
Right. Right.
Why am I
Right.
seeing some half naked lady or damn near just naked people on here for no reason? But that
Right.
just
Right.
tells you that the time that we live in, the people are doing it.
That's true.
They,
That's true.
and I feel like different one, like different social medias are like they like to me. I feel like Facebook mostly catch on that stuff before than anything. Then I mean,
Right.
than any other social media platform, but
Mm.
Twitter is like I'm taking my time. But Twitter did something I don't think nobody knew they can do. I mean,
Okay.
if you work at Twitter, but they can't
Right.
they can cancel your account.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, all these platforms, we don't own them. Yeah. Like, yeah, as much as we think we have ownership and we can do whatever we want with them, yeah, they can take down any content we post for whatever reason, because even when you sign up for it, there's all the terms and nobody really reads them. Yeah, because it's a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, you're right. You're
but
right,
yeah, they
brother.
could they could pull anybody account at any time they choose to. Yeah, or they
It's it's
anytime they
it,
see fit.
Yeah, no, to me, it just shocks me because like I'm a DJ too. So when I DJ
Right.
like my mixes, they actually
Okay.
like it's especially on here. Instagram is a big hater when I'm mixing,
Yeah.
and I get it because it's copyright of the music. I get that part,
Of course. Right.
but they got to
Yeah.
realize that there's a lot of DJs.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not like out there, I've been on MTV and all this other stuff. But
Okay.
I'm like, I guess I'm like on the bottom of the barrel, if you want to say it like that. And they're looking like, oh well, this guy right here. No, we're gonna
Mm,
just cut. We're just gonna cut it off. We're gonna cut this whole mix
mm,
off. And I mean, to
right.
me, I'm not even doing nothing wrong.
Right.
And I get it. Like like those are not my songs. But you would like to me. I'm not saying, oh yeah, I own this. I own this because I purchased these artists' music before. No, I'm not gonna say that because
Right.
they're the artists. Not me.
Mm,
Like to me, if I
right.
was an artist, same thing. I'll be like, yeah, I need to copyright this. I don't want nobody to take my stuff. You
Right.
know,
Right.
but still, like acknowledge the DJs, the ones that's
Hmm.
really good. Like I'm not knocking
Right. Right.
D Nice. D Nice is great. He's a good DJ.
Yeah.
But he's been out there already. He's in the industry.
Right.
So
True.
that's
Yeah.
so they're gonna just be like, oh yeah, he's good. We'll just let him play
Yeah,
all genres of music and never
right.
gets cuts off. But I mean, it's because he's a celebrity.
Yeah, yeah, that's that, and I mean that's what you when you think about it. Yeah, a lot of these platforms are for people who are kind of like well established already.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's like the art of DJing. It's like back in the day, like DJs are very selective, like where they went, like who they play for. So
yeah,
uh, I still sometimes feel like you still gotta move that way. Like kind of be old school with it too, because yeah yeah, just because you want to build, you want to build your audience organically, because you could get like a gang of followers today and tomorrow, and they'll like you today, and then they might not like you like a month from now. Yeah, they'll
real,
just move on to the
real.
next. Yeah, so it's always good to find ways to kind of just like engage your audience and like your friends, your family, that people who've been rocking with you for years, and like try to really get them to be like, get them to talk about you. Like, oh man, this Mario man, he's the best. He's like, there's no better DJ than him.
Yeah,
So yeah, it is what it is, man. But that's dope, man. That's it's incredible, man. Everybody has their own lane. Everybody has their own niche, and that's amazing. That's
yeah,
what's up.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
our boy Jamal, man, he's in the building.
I know
Yeah.
Jamal called me, man. My bad, Jamal. I was preparing for this show. That's why, man.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
was, I, I
But
told him I'll
it's
call him
been
back, man. I told him I'll call him back.
Yeah, and it's so crazy, man. Like everybody that I've met, like people I've met through Jamal, people that I met through you, like Anthony. It's like I've met all these people. Like it's so small. It's like this the concept of it's like it's a small world. It's crazy, man.
it
Like I
it
met
is.
I met Jamal. I met Gary. I don't know if you met Gary on before, or you remember Gary on off the top of your head, but Anthony. I met all these cats like in different times in my life, but then it all kind of lines up. Yeah, now that I'm old, now that we're all older, it all lines up, and it's just like, oh yeah, I knew him through this way. I knew you through that way. It's just amazing, man.
It is, brother. To me, like when cause I met you. It's funny. Every time I talk to Anthony, he always be like, "Yeah, yeah, my boy Chris Bird." And I'm looking like Anthony. I met Chris Bird before, though. Like I don't think he, like, I don't think he. I think I know sometimes some people be forgetting, and that's fine. Like I'm not
Right.
gonna be upset about it. But I'm like, dude, like I
Mhm.
know who you talking about, Chris Bird. I know that's the homie.
Yeah,
Like he's
yeah,
cool
yeah.
with, he's brothers with Gary on, and I mean, we all like in the same boat,
That's right.
Jamal, all of, we
Yeah,
know each other, and it's cool how we
Jam,
all met too. Like it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
so dope. Like you were
Right.
saying, it's like a 360 around the world, like all the
Hmm.
time when you meet
Right.
people. And, and,
Right.
and to me, like yeah, like Anthony, I met Anthony in school, and then
Hmm.
through Anthony, I met Gary Yon, and then
Hmm.
later on, I met you and Jamal, and it was just like okay, I'm like these are my bros, like these are
Right.
really genuine, real good people.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So yeah,
Respect to
man.
you, Jamal. Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. I
Yeah,
respect to you,
yeah,
my
yeah.
brother.
Much love, man.
You
Much
already
love,
know,
Jamal, man.
man. But nah, yeah,
It's a bro.
it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing just just to
Yeah.
know you and and just like what you're doing, man. That
Yeah,
project,
man.
man, sounds very dope, man. Now,
Hmm.
who created that project? Was it you
Right.
or
So I didn't create the project. So the project was so we had this thing called Iron Man at our church. And then from Iron Man, the program with the young men, it came through this brother by the name of Thomas Jackson. I call him Brother Tom. But when I was doing Iron Man, they had the program for the boys. So I figured, hey, you know what? They should be touching together as far as like once the young men go through the Soul Warrior program, then they transition into Iron Man.
okay?
So it only made sense to go that route because and then just really connect with the young men because yeah, because it's important just to have that relationship with them, learn about them, what they go through in life, like what they struggle with, as young men. Yeah. So So yeah, we have this meeting. So he created a curriculum and everything for it. So we have a curriculum where we go off of like for instance, I give you an example of one of the curriculums that we use is the pyramid of success.
Mm-hmm.
So the pyramid of success is like a ladder. I'll show you a picture of it right here.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah. So I don't know if you
Okay.
can see
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So it's
see.
just
Yeah.
like, it's not a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme.
That's funny. Yeah, for real.
But but you see that this right here, the pyramid of success is a concept that John Wooden, the head coach for UCLA, the most winning basketball coach in college history.
Wow.
He 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 came up with the concept of this pyramid, and so he came across a lot of like attributes, or you could say like like yeah, attributes that we should live by, and attributes that we should, in order to be successful at the top of the pyramid, you have to go through each attribute in order to lead to success. So like you see like examples like ambition, friendship, loyalty, cooperation, honesty, teamwork, skill, confidence, poise, patience, having faith, integrity, reliability. All those things lead to success. So that's what we kind of go over with the young men. Like every time we meet, we go through that with them, and some other curriculums as well too. So that I mean, we try to have fun with them, like as far as like we'll play video games and give them activities to do. We eat pizza and stuff like that. But then at the same time, we want to give them something that they would always fall back on when they grow up. Yeah, when they get older. Yeah,
Oh,
so they'll always remember, hey, like, oh yeah, I remember what it means to have team spirit, to work with a team. So even when they get older, yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, I remember working as a team in Soul Warriors, yeah, working together on a challenge or whatever it is, so the what we give them now, it applies to their life, even when they go through, finding the right woman, to pursue in their life. Yeah, because even our vow to them is that, they, when they do find that one person, that one woman counterpart, then they can, um you know do everything that lines up with God, man. So that's the main thing we kind of drive home with that, and we don't try to make it like a boot camp or like, like super serious. We try to have fun with them as much as possible, but still be able to engage them um, with the curriculum. Yeah, so it's not like I'm just talking off the top of my head,
yeah.
or just giving them some advice that, I just learned from my homeboy. Yeah, I'm giving them something that it's been working for like a college coach. Yeah,
Yes.
or giving them like affirmations, that they can fall back on. So so that they could apply it to their lives, and they can share it with people amongst their age. Yeah, because you got to start planting seeds in them when they're young, so
Yeah.
that when they get older, those seeds will become, fruit, and people will be able to see it. It's like, they won't have to really say much. They would just see it by the fruits. Yeah.
No, Chris
So
Bird,
yeah.
I like that, man. I like the little the the pyramid, the chart right there.
Hmm.
Um, that, and to me, we never had that growing up.
Right. Right.
To me that I like this program. Like, that's a pretty dope program, and
Oh,
to
thank you,
me,
man.
I wish every young, not even just black, all young
Hmm.
boys,
Right.
can really, like, look up that, information, do more research on that, because to
Hmm.
me, as growing up, we never had that, that role model that can definitely, tell us what to do and what not to do,
Right.
take us out to go, play some ball or whatever,
Right. Hmm.
and to me, like, now, we just, You
Well,
know,
I was what that's you made a good point, and you know, we do have there are good outlets, especially for young men. You know, usually the first thing you do is you sign them up for like taekwondo or like football or or the YMCA. You sign them up. Those are great programs, and yeah, and I strongly believe and live by them. You know that they are good structured programs. That's supposed to build up their awareness of being able to cooperate with other teammates. You know, learn what it means to have competitive greatness, how to compete. Because those are things that as men, as young men, um, we have to kind of develop that and kind of sharpen that, so that even when we get older, you know, it still applies. It still applies to us. But I think, like you said, for something like this, we don't, those are great things that they do. It is more on the physical aspect, but like when it comes to like having like a mental aspect, and then also building up you're building up who you are spiritually, like having a connection with God. I think at an early age, that's not really something that's popular or heavily given. And and even if it is, it's like the opposite, like dragging your kids to church.
yeah, yeah,
And that can have an adverse effect too, to where you're like, or you're having them reading scriptures, beating them over the head with the Bible, and it's like they're not getting it naturally, so so I think that's what with Soul Warriors, that we try to be very intentful with that, and very, um, yeah, have good intentions with, you know, um, not giving them too much up front. Yeah. Um, just giving them just a little baby food, baby steps.
yeah, yeah. I like that. That's pretty dope, man. I'm glad that we're doing this live.
Hmm.
Because we need to get this information. You
Right.
know, and I know I just saw a negative comment in my live. Please don't be negative on my live. I don't know who you are. I never met you before. I'm not
Is that
disrespecting
that
you.
Marcus
Yeah,
person?
I know that you Caucasian, Marcus. So on your picture, but don't be real rude. This is somebody that's very important right now. We're talking to him right now.
Right.
I don't want to block you, man. Don't be getting blocked, man. I'm a very I know some people, dog. I know
You
we
funny,
know
man.
some people, man. We don't want nobody getting hurt over here, man. Nah, all
Yeah.
jokes aside, but please, yeah, just please respect my page, and that's all I ask for, y'all. But
Yeah,
my brother, man.
you had some people that joined too, man, that came in, and I don't know if they went out, but like DJ Bruce Brown and DJ King Drew, those are some those are some celebrities, man.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that's what's yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
I seen a couple of DJs that popped in. That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah,
up.
man.
Speaking of my DJ, man, 'cause we already
Hmm.
towards the halfway mark. You can say we're in the
Right, right,
middle of
right.
the whole hour, podcast. But you know, DJ, you do music. How? Okay, when did
Yeah,
you start? When did you start producing music, Chris Bird, man?
right,
What
right.
made you want to
So,
start doing music?
man, this is a long story, man. So my dad, he's a musician. He plays like multiple instruments. He plays like the guitar, the piano. He always has his box guitar with him. He plays the guitar, piano, trumpet, harmonica. So growing up, he was in a band. Back where I'm from an island in the Caribbean, St. Vincent and Grenadines, and he was in a band. So
Okay, that's
growing
what's
up,
up.
yeah, so that's where I got the music influence from. Was from my father, and then being in church, growing up in church, that's what as a kid, that's the first thing you gravitated to. Yeah, it was just being around the music, being around the drummer, because you see the drummer going crazy, like
I
you're like,
love it.
oh
I
man,
love
I want to be.
it.
If I'm in church, man, that's the one thing I want to do. So yeah, so I got that influence, and then my parents were very intentful about us playing like the recorder, and then and the piano. but I just never picked it up. It wasn't like a strong influence for me. So I always played percussion. I always played drums or like the bongos. Yeah, shout out to my cousin. He said, yeah, he mentioned my uncle, and then yeah, Faith Temple was a church that we went to in St. Vincent.
Okay, okay, that's what's
Yeah.
up.
So
Yeah.
so then I started playing percussion more, and I still, even to this day, when I do create, it's just for percussion. So I start doing, getting back into music, like I guess you could say 2000 and like 2003, 2002, 2003. And the funny thing is, I don't know if you're familiar with Rancho Cienega Park.
Mhm,
So
yeah. Okay.
yeah, so the park had like a computer lab, and they had yeah, shout out to my boy, he just showed up, man. Yeah, so
Okay.
there was a computer lab, and they had FL Studio, and they were making beats for FL Studio. So we used to be up in there messing around, making, just I used to be just watching them make beats. Eventually I got a computer, and then I had the computer at the house. My boy K21, you probably know him. You probably see him around. His name is Kyle Wake.
Okay.
He
Okay.
went to Pali. He went to Pali. He went to Pali too. He went to Pali one time.
Okay.
But he used to come up to my house and make beats, and I would just sit there and watch him making beats because he didn't have a computer at the time at his house, so he would just come to my house, make beats on FL Studio. So I'll just sit there and watch him, penciling in, or just creating, because we didn't have like a MIDI controller. We just had the keyboard, just the keyboard hooked up to the computer. So he
Oh, I
was
know, brother. I
actually
know.
making beats. He was making beats on the keyboard, and I was just like, man, that's crazy. So, I watched him when he left and he went home, then I'll pick up where he left off at, and I'll just be like, okay, I'll see what he did. So I get a shout out to him because he was the one that kind of really sparked my interest in getting back like into like just making music. So then as the years went on, I've been just doing it, behind the scenes, never really, put anything out. And then I put out a project that when I finally had some beats locked up, I put out a project like around 2015,
Hmm.
which is called it's called Sequence.
Okay. Okay.
So that was some beats that I had. That was an instrumental project, and then he said, "I'm not your mentor." Yeah,
That's what's
you are
up.
my mentor, man. You are my mentor. Yeah, he is my sensei, man. So then I put out music in 2015. I was just like, let me just put it out for fun. I put it on all the DSPs, and just to see what traction it would get. And it was
Hmm.
good. It was good. And then I just put out a last one last year called Vibrations. Yeah.
Nice. That's
So
what's up.
so that one was my best project so far, and I still have more projects coming out soon. I have another one called Passion Fruit that's coming out. That's gonna be fire. Um, and then I have another one that's called No Place Like Home. So it'll kind of have like the Caribbean feel to it. Yeah. So yeah, I've been trying to, get better. I still need to learn the keys more, I feel like, because, and that's the thing about music is like, regardless to your skill set or whatever level you're at, still,
Hmm.
you still can create and put things out, um, so yeah, man, that's what I've been working on. Is just getting better. I've gotten a couple of collabs. I have a collab with a couple of other producers. So that's gonna be on the come up in 2021.
Nice.
And then even like I got a beat cipher. I had a chick from Boston. She did a cipher on one of the joints that I made. Um,
Okay.
yeah, Brandy Blaze. Yeah, she's like one of like the top female rappers in Boston. So
Okay. Brandy. You said Brandy Blaze.
yeah, Brandy Blaze. Yeah,
Okay.
so she's
Okay.
like
That's what's
like
up.
she's still up and coming, out there. But her name is very very popular out there in Boston, Massachusetts.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
So
That's
yeah,
what's up.
man, I've been making a lot of stuff with because FL Studio, they made a MIDI for FL Studio, so the Kai Fire is what I've been using as of late. Yeah. And I had a keyboard here that I used to use, but then when they came out with this, I was just like, you know, I'm gonna stick with it and use it. Yeah, so I use that.
Nice.
And then I have this bad boy too, which is pretty cool. I'm just showing you the toys that I have. Yeah, which is a core. It's a Korg vocal sample. It's just hard getting samples on this thing,
Okay.
but this thing is like it can go
It's
a
like
long it can
gold,
go a
right?
long way. Yeah,
It's like gold.
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
believe it. You
So
know, it's cool thing about
so
like
yeah,
what you
man.
doing, Chris Bird. My brother used to produce,
Hmm.
and so I don't know. Well, yeah, everybody knows the movie Blank Man,
Hmm.
from with the Damon Wayans and stuff. And so my
Right.
brother, yeah, my brother, he was actually rapping on the beginning and end credits of that movie.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So he did that, and then he produced for some people and all that. He used to work with he was working under Mike Conception,
Okay.
and so out of nowhere, music scene is really it's a doggy dog world, So my brother,
Right. Right. Right.
he had an artist. His artist is about to was supposed to sign to Universal, and so
Mm.
one day they found out some crazy news where his artist was in the daytime. He was walking home. Somebody artist at him, and sure enough, he didn't survive. But
Wow.
my brother,
That's crazy.
yeah, it was crazy, man. My brother's artist, like since my brother artist passed years ago,
Hmm.
uh, I mean it's been some years. My brother just
Mm.
like he was hurt, man. He's like I can't produce no more, man. 'Cause this hurts.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I really like that was his love. Like he loved
Mm.
producing, and so
Yeah.
he just gave it up, man. He still got the studio. He just don't
Right.
have that mindset of like going in there and making a
Mm.
beat no more because he lost a piece of his project, from
Right.
violence. It was sad,
Right. 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 Yeah,
you know.
you're hearing that a lot lately too. A lot of producers who do get a name for themselves. Yeah, they're like, you know, there's people taking them out. Yeah, like because because they're guilty by association too. So it's very like you said, it's very like dog eat dog, and you kind of got to just like I can see why some producers they're very selective of like what they put out, and if they put out a track and it's calling out names, it's just like nah, don't put me in that because I don't want to be in the line of fire, man. So
Yeah,
it is tough, man.
it
Yeah, but
is.
I gotta get I go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go for it, brother.
No. I was just gonna say, man. I just got to shout out, yeah, K21. I got to shout out my family, EQ the Slap Maker. Go check him out. SP the Soul Prophet. That's another cat that from high school that I came across recently, and he really just by watching the way he's been moving, it's been inspiring me to make more, and create more. Who else? Lonelier. There's a guy named Lonelier. Check him out. He's pretty dope.
Okay,
Um, I think there was one that I sent you to Donnie Joe. There's another guy, Donnie Joe. He's
okay,
dope.
okay,
Yeah. Shout out to even my friends in the Caribbean. I have a couple of friends who, growing up, when I knew that music was gonna always follow me. We had a class. It was like I guess you could say it was like fifth grade, and we found out like our fathers were like in the same band together when they were younger. So that was
oh,
one
that's
thing that
dope.
kind of kept us close. And so them living back in the Caribbean, they a lot of them worked on cruise ships. They'll play like so a
Hmm.
lot of them are like very skilled like as far as playing the instruments, and they worked on cruise ships for years. Yeah. So shout out to my boy Kern Small and to Darren Taylor in the Caribbean in St. Vincent.
That's what's up. Shout to
Yeah,
people. That's what's up, man.
yeah,
I
definitely.
love talented people, man. Like that. That's why I'm doing this podcast. It's like I'm like, I know a lot of cool people. I've been, I used to work at acceleratorradio.net. Shout out to Kevin
Right,
Nash,
right.
KJLH. He still got that running. Yeah, man.
And
Yeah. What's up?
my boy, A plus.
Oh yeah,
Because we used to hoop. We used to
Andy,
hoop.
Andy,
And
yeah.
he went to Pally too, yeah.
Of course he did, man. I gotta get
Yeah,
A plus on my podcast. That's man, because
yeah.
he has stories. I got stories. I would like to,
Mm.
I want to interview him too because he's
Yeah,
been doing this thing
definitely,
for a
man.
minute, man. He's been
Yeah.
he's been doing it longer than me.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And you
He's
could
been
tell,
doing it
yeah,
longer
yeah,
than me.
he's been going, man. He's been keeping he's been
And I mean, and
holding
his
it down,
guests has
man.
been off the chain, man. He's been having some dope guests on this
Mm.
show, on the
Yeah.
takeover, man. So
The
I've
takeover,
been
yeah, that's
I've been
right.
on the takeover before. The takeover is fun.
Okay.
I know it's a lot of new people on there now, but
Right.
Plus is still there, man. Hey, Plus like I'm not leaving,
Mm.
man. I'm not.
That's
I'm
funny.
not leaving, brother. I
Yeah.
am not leaving, man, for sure. That's what's
Yeah.
up, man. That's what's
That's
up,
dope,
Chris.
man. Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
cause
what's
yeah,
up? What's
cause
up?
it's like a dog eat dog world too, even with the music broadcasting, just radio. Yeah.
Dude,
So it's just like, man.
I'm glad you brought that up. So I would like to interview this guy. We got like maybe 15 minutes left. I mean, we have enough time.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if you have to
Right.
rush, man. It's on you, man. But
No, no, no rush for me, man.
okay, well,
No rush
yeah.
for me.
But yeah, like I met this one guy. He used to work for Real 92.3 with Big Boy and them, Big
Okay.
Boy, and and so this
Mm.
is when they first like really like nobody know nothing about it. Power 106 was still in the black community, Power 106 was really not a big. They, because
Right, right.
they were mostly playing not Hispanic music, but it was sort of like for the Hispanic culture to listen to that station,
Mm.
So to
Right.
me, I was a fan in general. It's a Big Boy, he left, or I think
Hmm.
he
Right.
left or he got fired. I'm supposed to be talking to him pretty soon too, but
Okay,
but
that's
yeah,
what's
no,
up.
but the young man, I mean, yeah, the gentleman, he was up there for a long time, but you could tell that something was not right, So he
Mm.
went on Dash Radio, so I
Okay.
forgot what show it was, and he broke it down. He was just like, man,
Mm.
when I was at Real, they had me doing this, they had me doing that. I mean, it's like you're sacrificing your life just for other
Right.
people.
Mm.
And he was like, I was not really happy about it. I was not really happy about what was
Right.
going on. And I mean, it was a very deep like conversation interview because he was just trying to tell you the good and the bad
Mm.
about being in radio.
Right.
It said, for just hearing me on the radio, oh yeah, that was like the good part about it. But behind it,
Mm.
you did more behind the scenes than being on air.
Right.
So he said he would go to they would have him to set up at different spots, rain or shine.
Wow. That's crazy.
And he would just, he said he would drain himself out. He said he would be out there
Yeah.
for hours.
Yeah, that's just like the street team, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the street team. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
because those guys sometimes they're moving like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, and they don't finish until like yeah, like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah,
yeah, no, and
go
you
to sleep,
man,
do it all over again.
you're right. Real talk, and
Mm.
to me, because it's funny. I always wanted to do radio, so I want to do radio. I want to do radio, and
Mhm.
just hearing that interview from that guy from that used to work for Real 92.3, I really
Mhm.
was like, whoa, like I'm thinking like it was that easy, and it wasn't.
Wow.
They
Yeah.
said they do like it's just like a 9 to 5. Like you're
Hmm.
when you on the air, like you on the air for that time, and then that you gotta stay there for additional 3 hours just to prepare for the next day
Right.
or prepare whatever you
That's
got to
crazy.
do. And I was just
Right.
like yeah, it's crazy because even I had a
Mm.
friend, one of my homegirls used to work at KJLH, and
Okay.
she started DJing while she was there. She was DJing, but she
Right.
actually she was a singer. Like she's like, I'm trying to get myself out there as a singer, blah blah blah. And so she would tell me that, yeah, it was the same thing that the dude I was just telling you about that used to be on Real.
Mm.
She would have to like she would be part of the street team, and they would
Right.
have her, going here or there, and she's looking like, I don't want to, like, I'm trying to really get myself out there. Like, I can really, I can sing my butt off, and
Right.
so when she told me that, I was just like, for real. Because it's funny, and I bet you get this all the time as a producer. Oh man, because you might know some producers already out there, maybe,
Right.
and you might one of your friends that's a rapper be like, hey, can you tell such and such, hey man, to hook me up with a beat or something like that, or can that person give me the ropes on how doing the beats and all? And you looking like, huh, for real? Like you
Right.
really
Right.
gonna act? Like, I can't do that. Like it's not free. Like nothing's free in
Right.
this world, and
That's
like
true.
that's why people take their time to get successful. You don't like you just don't wake up and say, "Well, I'm successful."
Right.
Like you don't wake up
That's
to
true.
do that. It takes time, and
Takes
and
time.
it
Right.
takes patience. Like if you have patience, maybe you could go through this process and be successful one day. It might be
Right.
5 years, 15 years,
Mm-hmm.
it could be 30 years. You
Right.
don't even know how long it's going to
Right.
take you to get to where you need to be at.
That's
And
true.
I learned. That's why I said I learned from being at Accelerated Radio
Mm-hmm.
and just meeting the people. Like I had a little small situations where I was like, I was trying to figure out like, man, like should I actually do this? Because
Mm.
you know what's the word I'm trying to say? But like different emotions and different like how people feel about you or anybody when you work in that kind of field.
Mm.
When you work in that kind of field, brother. So it's tough, man. Like I have a friend of
Yes.
mine. She just checked in G Vibes, and I put her up on game on the radio game. Like I told her, hey,
Okay.
you can do this, because she was like,
Right.
I
Right.
don't know
Right.
nothing about radio. What should I do? Blah blah blah. I like to listen to it. That's the only thing I know. I'm like, okay, for sure. I said, this is what I told her. I said, hey, I give you this information. They'll break it down to you. It's up to you if you want to be
Right.
part of the radio station. So the last year and a half, she's been building her brand as a radio host now, like radio personality now.
Okay.
And she's really doing her thing. Like she has billboard, the virtual billboard in
Right.
Inglewood. Have her
Okay.
little advertisement. And I'm proud of her because
Nice.
I didn't even think about doing that. When I
Yeah.
was there, I was just trying to get my name out there. Just
Yeah.
trying to get
Yeah.
my name
Yeah.
out there, brother. But she told me the same thing. Like, man, like it's pretty tough. Like, a lot of people think
Mm.
it's real easy, but it's not.
Mm.
It's not, brother. So like
Right.
to me, I look at like me being on the radio, like this is my new chapter right here. Doing a
Right.
podcast on on Instagram Live because now you got everybody. Well, right now we can't even go nowhere. Some places are open,
Yeah.
but right now we can't. Like California, it's like we're on timeout because of the coronavirus. Like we can't go
That's
nowhere.
right. That's right.
I mean, people. I mean, real talk. Like we got we. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I miss hearing, oh man, I'm about to go. I'm about to go on a date right now. We're gonna meet up
Right.
at Fridays or something. We can't even do that right now. I mean, you can
Can't
go. I
do
mean,
that.
now everything is restaurants are open back up now.
Mm-hmm.
But who wants
Right.
to take a chance? You have
Nah,
a
you
whole
can't, man.
hour to get coronavirus. Just sit
Your
down.
last meal.
No, for real, brother. It's like
Yeah,
they
for
say
real.
it's
Yeah.
airborne. And you're just gonna be like, okay, well, should I take a chance, with
Mm.
my girl or or just any new date or anything, your woman?
Right.
You be like, should we take that risk?
Yeah.
Because the
It's
news
tough,
got
man.
everybody like scared, dog. Like
Spooked. Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
afraid right now,
Yeah. They are.
afraid, brother. But like the
Yeah.
main thing I'm trying to say is like as a radio personality, I had a good time. It was fun. I did my time, like I did my time up there, and I said, well, now I'm like, because everybody's on social media and everybody's doing their own show from the
Right.
Zawuls to Fat Joe. I mean,
Hmm.
everybody, DJ Khaled, everybody have a show on Instagram now. You can damn near say,
That's right.
and
Yeah, I
they
like the Joe Budden podcast.
Yo,
You
Joe
ever heard the
Budden
Joe Budden?
podcast
Yeah,
is pretty
yeah,
good. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
like, I mean,
Hmm.
it's funny. Like this, the guest that he had with.
Yeah.
I think I saw a skit recently with him. No, it was
Hmm.
like a little skit of with him and Nicki Minaj on there, and she was going in.
Oh wow.
She was going in. I'm like, what did he
Yeah.
say to her?
We forget like how good he was as a radio personality because he did what Hot 97 at one time. He was like the morning radio person, you know.
I said, I didn't know that.
And
I didn't even know
yeah,
that.
yeah. Just like how we have what's his name, but they fired him. He used to be married to Mariah Carey at one time.
Oh, Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon, yeah. So the
Yeah.
same way how like Nick Cannon was introduced to that same slot that Big Boy had is the same way that Joe Budden was in New York for a Hot 97. Yeah. And that's why it makes sense like the way that when he talks like certain things that he says is like he knows the script. He's already had that training on like how you plug and how do you have a segue and all the radio terminologies and like so uh when to be appropriate, when not to be appropriate in certain situations. Because there's some people who do hop onto the podcast scene, but then they offend like a big community of people, and it's a wrap. So it's just like yeah, being selective and knowing what to say, when to say it, knowing who to have on the show is all important, man. Yeah, yeah,
Facts. No, facts, man.
yeah,
Chris Bird, like real talk, like to me, and I think even when Nick Cannon got in trouble for saying something on his podcast,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think,
yeah. He's
and
That's right.
and to me, I was just like, yeah, like you have to watch what you say. Like to me, I mostly try to write everything down on a paper, and just
Right,
so I know not or just go to that person's page and get some like information so you won't say
right.
nothing wrong. Because
Mm,
even when I was on
right.
radio, they would like we could say some things, but when
Hmm.
I was like DJ up there, they will block a lot of the songs because I was because I
Mm,
it was not my music. And I used to be like it was crazy.
yeah.
So at Accelerated Radio, you
Okay.
cannot play no Drake. It's weird. It's so weird. Now, crazy thing
Wow.
about it, it's an internet radio show. It's not one of the
Hmm.
like the iHeart Radio stations and stuff. But yeah, they were like, nah, we can't even play Drake
Hmm.
up here. Now it's crazy. If it was a
Wow.
feature with Drake, we could
Yeah.
play. It was the most weirdest
Right.
thing. But if it
Oh
was
wow. Man,
Drake only, oh yeah, they
wow.
would have tore down that whole station, man.
That's crazy. Wow.
They would have tore that
Yeah.
whole station down, brother.
And
But
it's funny
I do
because
have
even
one
too,
question.
I listen. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Hmm.
No, no, you go for it, Chris Berger. Go for it, man.
Oh no, no. I was just gonna go on another tangent, man.
Well, yeah, I do have a question, man. So the question I wanted to ask is because you are a producer, man. You've been doing music for a while, and
Right.
do you have a favorite producer that you look up to?
That's tough, man. That's always a tough question for me. Um, ah, I'll say my most like favorite influential producer is Pharrell Williams. Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, that's a
And
good one.
yeah, I like him because like his sound is so unique that even when you could be like in another country or you can hear another artist like completely different artist singing on a song and you'd be like, yeah, those are Pharrell drums, or that's a Pharrell that's a Pharrell music pattern, because his production is that distinctive. Yeah, like when you listen to like Justin Timberlake's production, for like, Crimea River. I think Crimea is Timberland, but when you
Timberland,
listen
yeah,
to
Timberland.
a lot of like Senorita is a perfect
That,
example.
that just popped
Um,
right in my head when you were thinking about it.
yeah,
I was like, he must be talking about Senorita because yeah, what's
yeah.
the name? He did that track for real, and I was like, okay, this
Yeah,
is a dope track
and you
right
could
there.
tell that's probably him writing too, because he did just this the word some of the word the inflection on some of the words, you can tell like, oh yeah, that's Pharrell Williams. So I would say Pharrell Williams is my favorite producer that I listen to, um and would try to mimic, yeah, his like his raw, like the raw sounds that he chooses, like yeah. And another thing too, there's how I kind of got into music too is like from beatboxing, because I remember
Yeah.
beatboxing growing up. Yeah, like in the '90s, that was like the thing to do. You would beatbox, and and then I did that in like back where I'm from, and then when I came here, because I went to Hamilton High, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember a couple times I'll be hanging out at the basketball court playing basketball, and some cats would come out of nowhere and be like, "Hey, Chris, we got this cipher that's going on, like around the corner. Yeah,
Yeah.
we need you to do some beatboxing." So I come over there and just start beatboxing, and just be going, man, trying to save my saliva so I can keep going. Cause sometimes they rapping for like a good 30-40 minutes before the ring, the
That's
lunchroom bell,
funny.
and then now it's just like when I create now and I sit down and create, it's just like the the beatboxing is there. So sometimes when I'm making beats, it's just like I'm already doing it already, and what's his name is really good for that. Timberland is really good for that. The beatboxing, and then
Yeah,
translating it into the music.
now, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, Timberland. It's funny because I do a little beatboxing sometimes, man, and it's funny.
Okay,
Like I remember,
we
I
should have
like,
we should have a battle. We'll just have a battle right now. We can have a versus, man.
I mean, you want to have a battle right now? No, I got to sip some water before I do it, man. I got to clear my throat. Let me clear my throat.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Oh
funny,
man.
man. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm down, man. You want to do a beatbox challenge real
Yeah, we
quick,
could,
man?
we could, we could, we could do one. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah. So yeah. So the beatboxing is what really is another thing too, and I think that's why I'm always like more percussion heavy than like melody heavy, is because yeah, I like the beatboxing. Even though a lot of the beats I make are mellow and like real, I still lean towards the percussion side. Yeah, and that's what the percussion comes
I,
easily. Like I don't have to think too much about like the percussion. And the melody is the one thing I have to work on. Yeah, to perfect.
that's what's up right there, Chris Bird. That man, you know what, man?
Yeah.
Very talented, man. I love it, man. I love,
Likewise, bro.
man. I mean, we have to, keep, doing what we do as best as black men, and our
Hmm.
gifts that God gave us, man.
That's
Beatbox.
right. That's right. That's right. Well, and also too, that's one of the elements of hip hop, right? Because I think the
It
five
is.
elements is like graffiti, the scratching, the MCing, um, the beatboxing, and then I think I don't know what the last one is. I think like breaking. Yeah. So I named them.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
named them all.
Breakdowns. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
But the
yeah.
beatboxing, beatboxing is one of them. Yeah. So it's just like, even if you show up to a beat battle and you ran out of beats, you can still do the one of the elements of hip hop, which is beatbox, and still get in the battle. Yeah. There's no excuse for not being in tune to hip hop and creating. Yeah.
No, real talk, my brother. Well, look,
Yeah.
we got a couple more minutes left, man. I'm gonna let you
Oh
go in a
yeah, man,
minute,
we
man.
be talking all day.
I know, man. I mean, but this ain't the last, man. I'm gonna definitely, bring you
Yeah,
back
yeah,
on the
yeah.
podcast, man. 'Cause I know
Definitely,
you're gonna
definitely.
have some cool things about to pop out 2021 for you, man.
Mm.
Man, let's get into this beatbox, man. Even though you my guest for the night, I want to let the guests go, man, first, man, and then
Yeah.
I'll go second, man, and then hopefully I don't
Okay.
know who's gonna watch this. If you after y'all watch this, y'all can definitely say who had the better beatbox if y'all want to do like that. They're gonna vote for us. Hopefully they can vote for us. Be like, oh, Chris
Oh
Berg was
man.
better. No, 3, 2, 1, but Mario was better. Okay, let's go for it.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is your joint, so yeah, it's only fit. It's only fit that I go first too, man. All right.
Go for it,
Let
my
me see.
brother.
Out of the scratch, out of the blue. I got to come with something heavy, so you can't come back. All right.
Oh, he really trying. He thinking about it too. He like, hold on, man. I gotta do right, man. I gotta do this right,
Yeah. All right. Here
man.
we go.
Okay. All right. So you ready, man? You ready, man? Hold on, I gotta stretch out and stuff now. Ah. Oh, I'm ready, man. All right, here we
All
go.
right, go for
Okay.
it. Go for it. Go for it.
Woo! All right, man. It's been a minute now. It's been a
It's
minute
been a
for
minute. You rusty, huh?
yeah. I gotta dust it off, man. Dust the soda off one time,
It's all good.
man.
It's all good. Muscle memory. That's all it is.
All right, here we go, man. I'm about to do my thing right now. Y'all, okay, here we go. Y'all ready? Here we go. Here we go. Okay.
All right, here we go. Okay.
There you go. Little something, man.
I see what you did. Yeah, you put some DJ elements into that joint, man. It
I had to
started
do
off
it, man.
like
I
a
had to
beat.
do
It
it, man.
started like a beat break. It started like a beat break, and then it went into like a really fast up tempo song. Yeah, like
Yeah,
not techno,
yeah,
but yeah. And then
yeah.
you slowed it down. I see. I see.
What I mean, I do a little something, man. I do a little. Uh, hey, uh, uh, hey. Just a little something, little bit for y'all, man. That's what's up, man. That is what's up, Chris Berg, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate you for being on, of course, my podcast. This is the second episode. I'm definitely gonna leave this
definitely,
episode here on Instagram, and of course, man, my brother.
definitely.
Before we get on out of here, man, I want you to tell everybody how they can reach you with your, of course, the program for the young black kids and just
Yeah,
the
definitely.
young kids and boys in general, and of course your beats, man. How about your man? Tell everybody who's
Yeah,
watching, man. Tell
definitely.
them how to get you.
Yeah, so definitely if you want to if you want to be a mentor, if you want to be in our program as a mentor, you can definitely check us out at Soul Warriors. We have Soul Warriors Man Training Program on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, but we don't have a Instagram page. But you can reach out to me if you just type in hashtag Soul Warriors, you'll see all my posts. You can reach out to me, DM me, and let me know if you have a young man that's interested that wants to be in the program. Let me know. We sign up. We sign up this year, and we meet every 4 Saturdays of the month. So
Nice.
there's just one Saturday in every month on the fourth Saturday. We meet, and right now we've been meeting on Zoom, so it's like no excuse, not to have your your young men in the program.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for Soul Warriors. And then for me, yeah, my name is Chris Burt, but I go by the name of Algorithm C. You can do hashtag Algoc is ALGOC, and you can pretty much see anything that comes up with that. It's on I have stuff on YouTube. I have YouTube where you can actually see beat battles I've been in. Um,
Okay. Okay.
um, and then you can check out my projects sequence, and you can check out the last one is Vibrations with an 8,
Mm-hmm.
VIBR8, and then Vibrations. Yeah, so you can check that out. That's my latest project. And yeah, man, just check me out, and I appreciate just the support. Yeah, any support possible. Definitely, I appreciate you, bro. 3, 2, 1, boom. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me on this just on the platform, and just being able to share this information with with all your followers and friends and family and so forth. Thank you.
Man, I appreciate you for just being on here, man. Just hitting me up, man, and direct message me. I mean, direct message you and tell you about it, man. And like I said, this is not the
Definitely.
last. I want to hear more, like about the projects with
Definitely.
young men out there, and all young men out there. You know, y'all need to follow this man's page so you get more information
Mhm.
about
Definitely.
project and all that. And of course, if y'all if y'all looking for some beats,
Yeah.
hit him up.
Yeah.
Hit him
Definitely.
up.
Hit me up.
He be doing beats, all the time, man. So,
Hmm.
like I said, your stuff is great, man.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure once
Salute.
again. And yeah, man, I'm gonna let you go, man. You can enjoy the rest of the day and watch
Likewise.
the Lakers versus the Celtics right there. Hey,
That's
before we got
uh
on this live, I talked to
uh
Anthony like maybe an hour before, and he was like, "Dude," he was like, "Yeah," he's like, "The game about to come on, man. I gotta give me some food and all this other stuff." Anthony,
yeah.
he
Yeah,
he
yeah,
already
yeah.
represented
He's
the
die
Celtics,
hard
man.
Celtics fan. Yeah,
Man, for real, man. But it
yeah.
was funny. He was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go watch the game, man." And I told him, I said, "I'll call you back, man. I'll call you back after the game is over." So,
Right,
man,
right.
Chris Berg, once again, man,
Yeah,
I appreciate you, man.
definitely,
Blessings
bro.
on you,
Yeah,
brother.
likewise, man. Yeah, same
All
to you,
right.
man.
All right. Talk to you later,
Peace
my
out, man.
guy.
Yeah, bless up, bro.
That's what's up, y'all. For sure, for sure. Another podcast is in the books right now. Man, it's a blessing, man. You know, this is episode 2 on my podcast, y'all. Talking about, of course, music and a project for young black men or just young boys in general. Y'all definitely need to follow my brother Chris Bergman on that information. I'm gonna keep this up so you guys can definitely check out the live. And please DM me if you guys want to be, on the podcast, or of course Mega Music Monday. Every Monday, I'm looking for my music artists. So music artists, DJs, radio personalities, all that. Follow Mega Music Monday, all one word, spell it all together. And go follow something great, y'all. For sure. You guys have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.